because it's hard with other tools. You know, you have clicks and clacks and things to know how much exactly do I need. But then from there, they can get used to getting in there and then just doing a few pumps. What does it feel like to have that wrist or keep it in that range? Because a lot of the time when they come down impact, they suddenly feel like they've got to try and scoop or lift, and then they lose their angles. It goes back into red, and they're like, what? I have to get it in here and then keep it in there for as long as I can. All right, HackMotion Golf. So we've done one little review on this, but I think this one's just going to be more about how I actually use it when I'm teaching golf. Bunch of little things now that I've had for a month and a bit that I've used with clients, and I will definitely be shooting some clips with clients showing you how I use it to make changes in their, number one, club face angle, and then once their face is in a square or closed position, we're able to then change the path and then turn that annoying slice into a straight shot or get it falling left at the very least. So with the real basic system, when you get it, whether you get the core, the plus, or whatever, certainly with the core, you just got the training mode. When you're hitting shots, most players are not going to be kind of in that, when you get it initially, especially if you're getting something like this, very low chance you're going to be green, and hitting a little tight draw. Okay? Probably not going to be you. So a lot of the time, guys, when I have that shape and they're giving it this one where they're coming over, you know, they're standing there, they're trying their very best, and they're just giving it the old over the top move. Very seldom are they in the green at the top, but a lot of the time they say they've got that. So the big issue is that impact, the wrist is too extended, in other words, and as the wrist gets into that's flexion, as it gets an extension, it opens the face, right? And as that face gets open, the ball wants to go slicing. So one of the easiest ways to get players aware of that is using the biofeedback that this has as an option. So what I'll generally do in extreme cases, and I'll show you the extreme case first, just so you understand how I would do it, to get the feel real quick, is I'd go straight to the impact, and then I'd go impact feedback, and now it's going to give me feedback as soon as I'm in the impact range, okay? Which is only a little bit of flat loose, but it's not extension. And then I'd quite simply get the player, take their normal setup, so the wrist will be obviously an extension at this point, and then they have their normal backswing, and then as they come down, or even at this point here, I'd get them to feel, what does it feel like to have your wrists in flexion? And then I get them to feel like they can just keep that throughout the motion, okay? So I get them set up and then get them to go so they can hear the buzzing, they can hear it. I'd turn the audio up loud on the iPad and they can feel it buzzing away now. For most players, that's amazing because it's hard with other tools. You know, you have clicks and clacks and things to know how much exactly do I need. But then from there, they can get used to getting in there and then just doing a few pumps. What does it feel like to have that wrist or keep it in that range? Because a lot of the time when they come down impact, they suddenly feel like they've got to try and scoop or lift, and then they lose their angles. It goes back into red, and they're like, what? I have to get it in here and then keep it in there for as long as I can. It's a really good little tool for that. So we get them set up, feel it. Okay, and most of the time they feel like that's way more shut than where they used to be because they're used to being so cupped. But you get them in the right spot and you just let them just pump on down. Just try and feel like you're keeping it in there, or maybe even a little stronger. Feel that. And you go up and then get them to hit some shots, feeling it. Still do it that way. But as soon as they start to get that feeling of having that wrist in that situation, you're going to get that face closed to the path, and then you can obviously encourage them to swing out to the right to stop the ball going to the left, because generally speaking, so when they got that little slice going, the first time you get them to have their wrists in impact and they still come over the top, you know where it's going, right? So you get them to go back, wrists in impact, and they're like, what the hell, why is it so sharp? And they come over the top. They're going to hit pull hooks, left balls, right? So then once they got that left ball going, they're like, what the hell's going on here, coach? Then we can get them to get set up, get into that impact range, which feels really shut to them. And then from here, you can say, okay, we're going to swing the club, get where that shaft's pointing. We're going to keep that shaft pointed out to the right while you're in that range. They used to being there, and the ball curving that way. So as soon as you obviously get the wrist in the right place and they come over the top, the face is now hooded, so it impacted to left, then you've got the right problem, then you can have the right solution, right? So it's in there, shaft out to the target. I'm really good at getting it too much, but shaft out to the target and get them used to what it feels like to have that feeling. Shaft out to the target within range. Interesting feel for the battler that's done this his whole life. Gets his treble elbow out, shaft pointed at him, face open, to suddenly be in a situation where they have their wrists flat or in impact already, and get the shaft driving to the target. The elbow automatically will pop inside and everything else. And then once they've got that range, they're like, okay, shaft to the target, in range. Shaft to the target, and they're consistently getting feedback all the time, in range. Shaft to the target, in range, golf ball goes right to left, happy days. So it's a really good learning tool, feedback tool for players to get awareness of where is my wrist in space and time as I'm swinging. And then as soon as you do that, drill more and more, they just get used to going, setting up, where is impact, getting used to shaft pointed out to the right, wrists in good impact alignments, shaft out to the right, wrists in impact alignments, and then happy days, you know? So yeah, that's how I generally use it and like to use it the most. It's a wonderful feedback tool for players to get awareness of A, where are your wrists at the top? It's a nice start, but then for the real quick learning, I'll get them into that impact alignment and then get awareness of getting that impact alignment into P6 or into that delivery zone. So get them in extension, I mean, your wrists naturally start in extension right, and then I don't really mind what they do on the way back too much. Maybe if they can feel impact early, but as they're coming down the keys, what does impact feel like? And where's the shaft pointing? I'll repeat that one more time. What does wrists with the impact feel like, and where is my golf shaft pointing? I get this matchup, I'm golden, right? Because if I know where the shaft's pointing in delivery and where my face is at, that is going to be a pretty good shot. That's going to get the golf ball started to the right, face is close to the path, it's going to curve back to the target. All right, so hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight into the HackMotion, how I use it, and like I said, I'm going to make a bunch of little clips showing you in session how I use it with players to help them dramatically improve by getting awareness of the steering wheel in the golf swing, the wrist, especially that lead wrist. That's why you got a glove on that left hand. Get some awareness of club face control. All right, let me know your thoughts. Talk soon, guys.